In the top half of the ladder, no doubt.
Yes, the fans of both sides optimistic about the future. Collingwood more immediately so, although they are without Alan Didak today, who was a late withdrawal with Brad Dick coming into the side.
Yeah, and look at that half-back line. O'Brien, Maxwell, they're starting Shaw on the bench today, but he'll be on before too long. Their back line's been in superb form. Cloak's been pretty handy up forward as well.
Last 5 weeks, Melbourne have just struggled a bit, only one win in that time.
Well, they have. They've got half a team here that's played 50 games or less, so it's a very inexperienced side. But I think the occasion will bring the best out of them. I really hope they can be competitive early and stick with the Magpies.
Let's go back to round 2. It was a massive surprise. Everyone thought Collingwood would win and win easily. Melbourne had been ordinary the week before. They came so close. It was heartbreaking for Melbourne fans. Ricky Pettard almost got it there, and he thumped the ground when the siren rang because they didn't quite do it.
Yeah, well, it was the last play of the day, wasn't it? What could have been, he almost marked it. You can see the disappointment and frustration with the Demons.
But I think Collingwood are a genuine contender in 2010. You would think they'd have the experience and the quality to win today. But I love coming to the footy and watching Melbourne. They play on. It's exciting. They've got so much young talent out there. If they get it right, they are capable of winning the game today. As we saw in round 2, just the 1 point, the difference.
Okay, final game in round 12. Collingwood versus Melbourne at the MCG. Queen's birthday. Fraser and Jamer. Jamer wins it down. Taken by Swan. Kicked to half-forward side bottom. Onto the left boot straight away. Looking for the leading Jolly. Well knocked forward by Warnock. Lockyer, great to see him back. Side bottom follows up. Swan an opportunity.
We know Melbourne style of players to do this, come through the corridor. But if you turn it over the corridor, as we nearly saw then, that's when you get scored against. So they play on a bit of a knife edge, Melbourne.
Good work there from Bruce. Strong in the contest. Now Jetta's got it. Forward of centre wing. First time the ball's going to be even near the half-forward line, and it's a lovely kick. Maloney, now he's away from just outside 50. Thumping kick, Maloney. Jamar's got it.
And Josh Fraser turns and has a look over his shoulder, but that was really lazy from Josh Fraser. It was a slow play. He had Jamar in his sights. He just didn't pick him up, didn't pay him any respect. Well done, Mark. Jamar pushed forward and says, all right, you want to play on me? I'm going to work really hard today. And Josh, on that occasion, was just a touch lazy.
Looking for the check side or banana from the pocket. Kicks it across the face, scrapes in for 4. And it'll be 50 metres there against Barham.
Yeah, well, you can see Barham in picture. It's his first game for the Magpies this year. First senior game, just a little bit late with the contact. And he's got the roll on Aaron Davey.
So, ball comes now towards half forward. And Grimes with the opportunity, perhaps for Melbourne's first goal. Kick to the top of the goal square, ball to the back, and a soccer off the ground. It was inventive stuff from Dunn, but it cannoned into the post.
Effectively back in round 2. Fairly generous decision by the umpire to Grimes. Maloney, he's in career best form. Gets it deep. Dunn and Trengo have the options. Little hand in the back.
Now they're going to play this on quickly. Bates on his own in the goal square. Dunn's going to go there.
Sees him now. Should be a mark. He slipped for a moment, but just was able to recover, and he might get a gentle extra 50, which will be about 2 metres.
And it was a really good quick kick that he executed there, Dunn. He was able to punch it, yeah, because if he had hung it any further in the air, Jolly would have got through and spoiled it.
And Bate at last gives the Melbourne supporters a goal to cheer for. Half forward, Wellingham and Grimes. Well done, Grimes. One of the spoils last week in the wet here against Carlton, and he goes to work and gets it out of 16. Garland can send them away to the wing.
Got a chance here.
They have Morton, so the loose man's on. Over the top, Rivers. Next one up is Bates. Watts is loose inside the 50, so is Miller. Need to hit a target. Should be Watts or Miller, and it's Miller.
Didn't you like the fact that Bate just played on? I mean, he's a left footer, and he just
the number 1 team in the AFL for inside 50s, but they have actually conceded more points than perhaps previously under Mick Malthouse. So occasionally opposition teams can get through, as Melbourne do there in the margins, just 10.
Towards full forward and free kick, Melbourne's way.
So it's going to Matthew Bate. A hold from Nick Maxwell going back with the flight. Jack Watts did well then. Actually protected the space, got Preston Giacomo out of the contest, and then Bates drew enough pressure from Maxwell to earn a free kick. This is an important opportunity for Melbourne. We'll have a look at it again. I've got no idea.
It's a very generous free kick.
at all what that's paid for.
No, it's coming back to Jack Watts. He was held by Prestigiacomo behind that incident. So Jack Watts made his debut in this game last year from directly in front, 25 metres. Shouldn't have any problems whatsoever. He pops it through. Melbourne have their third.
I'm really impressed with his work rate, Hutto, in the first quarter, Travis Cloke, and you get reward for effort there. He's got such power, hasn't he, through the upper body. He's worked really hard on Jared Rivers, and you can see what Dean Bailey thinks of that on the quarter-time siren.
5 marks he's taken today, Travis Cloke. Just 1 inside 50. Big kick for the Pies to try and give them due reward for their domination in the first quarter, but they have to settle with a behind.
The Melbourne defenders, Collingwood trying to load up with some heavy tools, and Cloke looked in really good form early.
Second quarter then from the MCG. Fraser back in the middle against Jamar. Jamar got the tap into the path of Swan, but it's Jones that emerges, so Melbourne get a chance to get in there quickly before Collingwood can get their defensive structures in place. Tuvey taking it towards the line, going out to meet it. Warnock, full head of steam. Now, what will he do with it? Kicked it into some nice space for Lyndon Dunn to work into. The forwards make their move now. Watts, they've got a bit close. They're going to have to double back. Miller's the long target. Jetta ready if it hits the floor. It does hit the floor, and he was ready. The little Quicksilver, Neville Jetta sneaking onto it, and it's 6 points the difference. I can't quite believe it.
Not a reflection of the game in terms of the dominance from Collingwood, but all you need to do is take your chances. They're going to have to create some goals, not through the normal avenue, and this is what they need. Jetta, they need a contest there from Miller, got himself in the right spot, maybe could have even got a free kick. They need their small forwards, someone like a Jetta, Rob, for me, to stand up and kick 5 or 6.
Out on the wing, Jetta used all his allotted time, gets it deep, done. Was able to shake off Prestigiacomo and take the mark, and at the moment Collingwood just look a little rattled.
Lyndon Dunn has been a real factor for Melbourne. He's presenting really hard, he's putting defensive pressure on as he plays on
and misses.
I really miss Ricky Pettard in this side. There's obviously going to miss.
Pettard got injured in that game against North Melbourne. They've won only 1 game, and they've won 3 out of the previous 5 games. Left foot over Cloke's head. Easy pickings for the defence.
Great effort. That is so well done from Grimes.
Might get 50.
Yeah, Brian's kick not great. Bate drifting back as marked at half back. Kick inside attacking 50. Fraser's got a better couple. Jamar getting back. And a good strong mark on the edge of his range. Josh Fraser kicks goalward. Cloke almost. Melbourne, Jamar is able to slip it to Garland. And again, Melbourne resilient in defence. Kick is a beauty. The mark's taken by Trengo. Just backward of the wing. Loose player forward of the play.
And he's got Green as well. If he can get this kick right, which he didn't last time, they're on.
Now here he goes. Green on the lead. And in fact, falling in short. Mark taken by Watts. 50 from goal. Kicks it wide, and mark taken. Dunn's got it. You've talked about how effective Dunn and the role he's played up forward. Well, he's got to the opening quarter, but couldn't quite find enough goals. And this is an opportunity to put Melbourne back to within a point. Drop putt looks good off the boot. Goal to Melbourne.
Beams again deep. Good tackle from side bottom. Collingwood showing their expertise at putting the pressure on, but at the moment, as we said, this is a very resilient and a Melbourne defence just growing with belief at the moment. Morton, a good outlet, working hard. You can see leads from Watts and from McKenzie and Bate. He has to sum all them up. Bate making the best of the leads, and he's continued to work, and it's a well-placed ball for him.
It's great to speak to Dean Bailey before. He said, look, Collingwood have got a real zone going through the corridor. I'm happy for my side to switch it like this, but I'm also happy to go around the corridor, which is against their normal game plan.
Yeah, which I think they've been doing for this quarter when they've needed to. Jones, powerful kick to Jamar. He can keep going if he wants to. He's tempted.
Hasn't it? The big fella has pushed forward now.
He's going to lay it off.
He's going to lay off.
Garland, bit of an interloper into the forward line. He might want to stay there after a kick like that. Believe it or not, Melbourne are in front.
That's it. Half time at the MCG. Queen's birthday. Collingwood 40. Lead Melbourne 39.
What a great contest we have on our hands.
So second half about to get underway. Collingwood's defence without Nick Maxwell since late in that second quarter. The ball high into the 50. Over the head of Frawley. Socket away by side, bottom into the space. Scully running back into danger. Well done, Cloak. Just to tighten the screws a little. Warnock.
And a player on the wing all by himself. Cale Morton didn't have to break stride. It was a wonderful kick from Frawley, confronted by Jolly. So waits for someone to come to him, and he threads it. Well played along the boundary line to Miller. At half forward, kicks it inboard, and the mark's taken by Green. We know he can kick it a long way. The second bite, the second grab was right on 50.
Good skill execution there, Rob, out of half back, but they just waltzed out without a lot of pressure, which they weren't able to do in the first quarter.
Yeah, you're spot on, Luke. They took that ball out of defensive 50 to set up this mark in forward 50 without Collingwood touching the ball. About 6 transfers of play to set this shot up.
So Brad Green to put Melbourne back in front from just outside 50. It's across the face, big pack up and through for a behind.
Swan's got a fly against Warnock. Fraser couldn't handle the going. Went to ground and Scully tries to sneak through.
Clever handball, that.
Yeah, got good help, didn't he, from Bartram too. Runs away. Had to adjust his alignment. Worked it out to Garland. Again, they're going wide and getting around the Pies. Around that southern wing. Miller.
Better from Brad Miller, who had a very quiet first half. He needs to present up and give that outlet kick.
Just got to run, does Brad Miller.
Actually got good numbers against Collingwood. Played them too many times, 4 times over the year. Averages 17 disposals and 10 marks against the Pies. This is Morton with his left foot kick to Davey, who's on the brink. At his best, he could probably kick this.
I don't think we'll see.
So Davey gives himself maximum leverage by running out to the left.
Rotations and quality player out for the afternoon.
Miller, Jamar, Morton. Bruce better watch out. Got a good call from teammates or the crowd to let him know. Jamar, Pendlebury, didn't want to overcommit there. They did well. That is, I would have thought, just about plenty of time to get rid of it. Rivers, Maloney, all his main teammates were behind, but they're daring today to be aggressive, and it is paying off at times. The run of it is for bait. The job was ahead of him, still is. Well, good closing speed. Great tackling in the forward 50 though. Trengove it was, keeping the pressure on. It's bubbling around. It's smouldering. Bait just couldn't squeeze it through for a goal.
Handballs in his direction. Lockyer now kicks it wide. And good fist there by Garland over Davis. Always a tough task kicking up in the air to a small forward, boundary throw-in in the pocket.
Dane Swan was to take a look now on Davis' effort. Dane Swan to me looms as the player.
Davey, look at that. Great for an arrow of a kick into bait. And now Maloney, who ploughs his way through the middle. Again, an excellent build-up. Rivers with the careful kick. Meeting it Green. It's so open up there. Cameron Bruce takes it. Nice little sidestep. Licks the lips and then misses to the right. He would have fancied his chance. Hasn't kicked a goal in almost a year.
And don't worry about that. I thought Andy Marr was going to get cleaned up there. You're right down there, Andy.
Emerges with the footy. Turvey. Awkward kick. Grimes. Both committed. Thomas. What a season he's having. Side bottom sweating.
To the Magpies, Aaron Davey. Sorry for himself. Where is it? I'll go and get it.
Garland heaves it back into play. Jamar with great authority.
Yeah, they've got the kick-ins working now. They're just getting numbers. They're just flooding an area of the ground. 4 against 2 there, so the odds in Melbourne's favour.
Off to Scully, to Green and Morton. It's all ahead of him. Will he take it on his own way? Long kick. It's all about the bounce now. The bounce is true. It's on.
Margin just 6 points. Less than a minute in this third quarter. Maloney thumps it to Green, who marks. 2 late goals to Melbourne. Can tie it up at 3/4 time. And this kick will probably see us to the siren.
Hasn't had a big influence so far in the game, Brad Green. He's 13 disposals, hasn't kicked a goal yet, but you wouldn't want the footy in better hands than this man.
Okay, so Brad Green, he'll kick from 40, angle only slight, wonderful kick of the footy. Normally, Is it coming back? No, through for a behind. He'll be disappointed with that. You can see the disappointment.
Too close to the man on the mark.
I got him.
Like the way you sneaked in normally there too, Chris, halfway through that sentence.
He just tried to caress it through, didn't he?
Didn't look good off the foot, it's got to be said.
With the pressure of the occasion, didn't kick through it.
So Heath Shaw, yes, it was the moment, wasn't it? It could have been all tied up, and they would have been full of beans going into the main break. Mick Malthouse won't be pleased with what he's seen since quarter time. Brad Green knows an opportunity missed, boys, but
they're going to roll the dice with that one to see how it goes.
last quarter then from the MCG. What a challenge for the young Demons. They'll start 5 points behind in front of a big crowd.
Jamar versus Jolly. Jamar comprehensively, but down to Swan, who kicks hurriedly to half forward. Well done, Warnock. Chance here for Davis as he tackled high. No, says the umpire.
And that is not going to be easy because Swan is such a strong-willed footballer.
Rivers and Davey had to wait, delayed the handball beautifully as it turned out. Jetta's kick was excellent. Now Maloney, he'll eye off the goals in a moment, I reckon. He might centre it. He handballs instead to Miller. Miller's got a lot of work to do, helped by the fact that his opponents went to ground. Jones bobs up and with great expertise he kicks a goal. It's level again.
Hello, coast to coast, they have got their kick-ins firing the Demons. Collingwood did not touch the footy. From the time that ball was kicked in after the jolly behind, it went whooshka, 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 goal.
Can you run through that again? I haven't heard that stat before.
Well, here it is. We'll have a look at it again because it was brilliant stuff. And to me, this has been the real issue when they've been able to get through Collingwood. You look at all the numbers of Collingwood running hard, trying to put pressure on. Davey delayed the handball, as you called beautifully. Hutto got it through. And now this was really good play from Maloney. Take them on. It was risky stuff. It could have come unstuck. I had my heart in my mouth, I'll be honest with you, when Brad Miller had it. Thought, what are you going to do? Got around, and then the finish from Nathan Jones was just superb. Big goal. Scores a lot.
Big kick. Jamar again flew with great purpose. Cloak. Demons are just more desperate at the moment, and there's that pace. Storming away, Davey. Careful kick was good to Miller. Good posting up on the wing. Now they're moving it like a production line through the middle. Bait. Trengove heaves it inside. Green's ready, but hits the ground. Oh, Jack Watts almost got it. Here's Green. He's an expert. Kicks across, and it's a behind. It's level again. What might have been. He's done flying for it there. What an important component he's been today. Scores a level.
Scott Pendlebury, 55. Drop punt on its way across the face. Fished it through by Rivers. And a rush behind. So.
He's been a real threat all day. This time Garland has him covered though, and then gains some more territory. And now it's up to Brad Miller. He has to dig deep at half forward. Think about what's ahead. Went for the experience of Green.
Well, he did it well, Miller. He put the little left foot chip pass, not easy, but he put it in the path of Green, who ran onto it. And,
gee, it was good hands
done.
too, wasn't he? In front from
He
Green.
clamped it, didn't he?
Well, was it the Garland kick off the ground? That
Yes.
was just a beauty, like gained about 50 metres.
God, it's a good mark.
You feel like he owes them one, Brad Green. Missed one that he kicked 9 out of 10. This one's a bit harder, but it's a superb kick.
So, Brad Green, his 11th season with Melbourne. He wants a taste of what is to come before his time finishes. It's going to drop short in the goal square. Oh, big chance again for Brad Miller. He might have just done it. High fives everywhere. They're in front. Frawley, though, tenacious defence, and the Demons are running on top of the ground for the moment. Well done, Bruce. Crafty stuff by the D's. Frawley across the ground to Jamar. Digging deep. They must be very tired already. In this last quarter, they come away through Rivers. A handball to Jones, looks over the shoulder. Barham was there, but more importantly, Davey was ahead, a bit of a comfort for him. Davey, the springboard off half-back, rolls the dice through the middle. The number comes out, Maloney. Powerful ball for Green. And listen to the Melbourne fans.
We spoke about Aaron Davey being someone at three-quarter time who could potentially be the match win for Melbourne. Look at this kick.
Look at the Shepherd too. Look at the Shepherd by Scully. Scully just stops Toobie in his tracks.
Smart play, wasn't it, Rob? And the kick just opened up the space. Green had the jump. Beautiful skills.
So he's had a couple of chances and hasn't quite been there for him. Brad Green from 40 metres out. It's his to hit, and he hits the stick.
Andy Marbury quickly.
Yeah, that was his shortest break for the day, Woolsey, J-Mar. They need a big effort from him now.
Thanks, Andy. Trengove, J-Mar, Trengove. Melbourne now go forward. Last 2 goals to the Magpies. Green, too far out to score this time. Will look to play on, although Presti Giacomo did well to man the mark. There's Dunn moving for him.
J-Mar's got into the 50.
Okay, it's over his head, although he's going back, Rob, and he marks uncontested. Uncontested. Running back, 23 disposals, a career high. What a game he's played from directly in front. Should kick the goal. And does. All locked up at the MCG. 70 plays, 70. In front of almost 70. Couldn't take it. Ball towards Wellingham. He overruns it. Lockyer. Cloak feeds it back to Swan. Confronted by Jones. Brilliantly smothered by Jones. Jolly good tackle. Now Maloney. Not to J-Mar. Back to Maloney. Kick into the centre. Chance for Morton. Open forward line for Melbourne here. Kick to Bate. And Bate marks 45 from goal. Certainly well within range.
Nathan Jones' smother of the Swan kick. Sensational. We'll have a look at it later. Here it is there. Have a look at that.
Yeah, great
He's
stuff.
happy to smother it with his head if he had to.
Loved his kick from Morton too. He had a couple of options, but just perfectly weighted for Bate.
Oh, Matthew Bate will kick from 50. As we tick down 5 minutes of actual game time left. To put Melbourne in front. Beautiful kick off the boat. He's kicked it. The goal umpire doesn't move.
And switches of play that have taken the ball from ground to the other.
Has taken him out of the contest. Like 15 possessions, 1 goal, but fair portion of those were in the first half of the first quarter.
Warnock kicks it straight to Jolly. Over the head of J-Mar this time. Not sure. Now Lockyer on the lead. Lockyer.
Yeah, well done by Jolly.
Beautiful kick from Darren Jolly.
Yeah, the Warnock kick was a shocker. It was neither here nor there.
Tarka Lockyer. Drop punt is a goal. 76 plays, 76 with only a couple of minutes left. And what a game of football we've witnessed.
The chance he's got to stand up.
A momentous roar around the MCG. Big tap from Fraser, but it's Maloney that emerges, sending the Demons away to half forward. Jack Watts and Prep Domo. Other end of the footy scale. Shaw sends it back to the Garland. Like volleyball, he's claimed the mark.
Did he mark it? He certainly got the first punch on it.
Good tackling, they've wrapped it up. And we're going to have a ball up now.
Let's see if he marked it. Well, he had the initial punch. I think the umpire's probably got it right.
27 minutes travel in this epic final turn. It's a Melbourne free to Trengove.
Gee, got to keep possession.
So Gisbert's from half back to half forward. Thomas up, couldn't take the mark. Ball to the back, Beams was held. No free kick, side bottom. Out to Swan. Backward of the wing. Kick towards half forward. Cloak's got it. No, he dropped the mark. Did all the hard work. Great tackle by Bruce. Numbers with Melbourne here. They can clear it away. Garland coughs it up to Medhurst. Dick bounces off his knees between Medhurst's legs. Morton's got an opportunity. Now Cloak grabs the footy. Wellingham close to the line. A point would put a team in front here. But pulled off the ball. Well played Bartram. Frawley can't control it. Ground level, they fight hard. Jones has got it. The umpire just letting it go. Frawley an opportunity. Side bottom, cut it through. Garland finally gets a kick out of the pack towards Fraser. Fisted through, boundary throw. And this is hectic stuff. Yes, indeed, man.
How about the tension in the stadium here? Nearly 70,000, Rob, and you could just cut it with a knife at the moment.
Next score will win, Luke. Absolutely sure of that. Next score will win. There can't be long to go.
Oh, Maloney, outstanding stuff. Broke a couple of tackles to Bruce.
He's got to free Maloney, got to push in the back. So he's at half back and an opportunity to really just take it on. What does he do?
Handball off to Morton. From half back, kicks wide to Green.
Gee, Bates free up forward.
It's an open forward line, Rob. As Green kicks towards Miller, can't control it and lost his feet. Allows Reed in from half back. He drives it long towards Cloak and Warnock. Well done, good handball over the top to Bruce. Warnock tries to knock it back. G. Maloney's out on his feet. Well done, Garland. But Melbourne have got numbers to the contest in the last few minutes. Jones try to get it forward. Chance for Fraser. Let Bate have it first crack at it. Now a chance for Davis. Little give to Barham. He's mopped up. Tied up. Jones knocked down. This is hectic stuff. Chance at ground level there for Scully. Bartram's got it. The umpire will ball it up in the centre.
How good is this contest?
What a game, what a game.
It is just incredible. Every bit of play. The next score's going to win. You look at the tension in the stadium here. This clearance might just decide it.
And it's Morton with the big knock. Bate couldn't afford to fumble. Unfortunately, he did. Great contest. Morton goes and goes again, and the siren sounds. An anticlimactic finish to a sensational game. And at the end of it, it's a draw. 11-10-76 to 9-22-76. Melbourne was sensational. Collingwood refused to say die. And in the end, they have to share the points, and no one knows quite what to feel. Which song do they play?
What a game. What a game, and the players have spent everything. They're exhausted.